Hi, welcome back to English 111 Online. We've worked really hard on our MLA formatted essay, and this is the last week to work on it before you turn it in Sunday night. So this week, you want to review your feedback that you got from Smart Thinking and make adjustments according to the feedback you got from them. Or if you went to the English studio, make the revisions that came about in that interview with one of the tutors in the English studio. You want to review your MLA format, make sure it's Times New Roman, 12-point font, all of that, and the in-text citations. And I have put the documents on here for from last week, where the Core 1 essay document, so you can see that if you need to. The formatted, MLA formatted outline revision, as you have looked at that. The MLA format for Google Docs, I put that up there again just in case. So remember, if you did not get your Smart Thinking journal done by Sunday night last week, then be sure to go back and put your feedback in the journal so I can give you 100 for doing that. And then I have put this document on. This is the final check for the MLA formatted essay. If you go through this, you just to make sure before you turn in your final copy. The MLA format, just a reminder, Times New Roman, 12-point font, double line spacing, inserted page number with your last name added before the number. Some were not doing that, but put your last name up there before the number, and then a space, and then your number. Heading only on the first page. Indent the first line of paragraphs, no extra line spacing between paragraphs, just an indent at the first line of the paragraphs. Your title should be centered on the very next line after your heading, and it should relate to the content of your essay, not the assignment name. Don't use the title of the essay that I assigned for you to read, that we're using as textual evidence for our essay, but you can use it in the title if you want to, and it should be centered. The introduction, you have your attention getter. You want to introduce the authors by first and last name and the title of the essay, a short summary of the essay, and then your thesis statement. And your thesis statement should make the claim that the way gender is viewed in the U.S. is either harmful or harmless, and name the two reasons that it is harmful or harmless. Those will become the topic sentences, or the topics of your body paragraphs. Your body paragraphs, topic sentence, this is one reason why the way we view gender in the United States is harmful is blah, 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 blah. Do it like that. Explanation of why it is harmful or harmless. These are your own words. This is not textual evidence yet. Then bring in your evidence from the text, preceded by a signal phrase or attributive tag, according to the article, according to this, that backs up what you're saying. And then your parenthetical citation with a page number in it. If you're using the document that I put on the Moodle page because you don't have the current edition of our Rereading America, then just use the page numbers from the document itself. Over on the right, you should be able to see what page we're on in a document. And then do that for as many body paragraphs you had. I told you only needed 2 points to make, so really you're only required to have 2 body paragraphs. But do the same thing for your body paragraphs for each one of them. And then remember, you don't end it with a quotation, you end it with your explanation of how the evidence shows harm or harmlessness. Relate it back to your thesis statement. Your thesis statement says it's harmful for these two reasons. Well, go back to that, to the reasons that it's harmful or harmless. Then you have your conclusion paragraph. You want to restate your thesis, similar but not word for word. You want to remind the reader of the two reasons that you mentioned in your body paragraphs. Try to make one sentence for each of the 2 points that reminds your reader. You don't want to bring in more evidence and things like that. You just want to remind your reader what you had said in those body paragraphs. A broad concluding sentence. Do not end with a question. You should never use a question unless you're going to immediately answer it. So do not end with a question. See if you can tie it back to the attention getter. If you can't, then at least a broad sentence that sort of brings together the ideas that you have found that gender, the way we view gender, is harmful or harmless. And then you're going to insert a page break after that and put your works cited page on. The centered title is Works with an S cited, even though we only have one source. And you really only have one source for this, because you're supposed to get all of your information from your own mind and from the essay that we read in Rereading America. The hanging indent for your citation is on the very next line after the title. Make sure you go off of the centered back to the line left. It's going to be your author's last name, first comma, first name, period, in quotation marks, the title of the essay, and a period inside the quotation marks. Rereading America, Cultural Context for Critical Thinking and Writing. That's the name of our book, so that goes in italics. It is the 12th edition, Bedford St. Martin's, published in 2022, and then the page numbers for your article. Make sure you have academic tone. This is another thing to revise for. Third person, no first person, I, me, we, us, second person, you, your. Even that, the way we view in the United States could be changed to the way gender is viewed in the United States, to get rid of that we. Don't announce. Don't mention yourself, the assignment, or the reader. You're writing about I guess we're not writing about technology. Let me take that off. We're writing about the way gender is viewed. See, I have to revise too as I go along. You're writing about the way gender is viewed, which is an it. The authors, which is she in this case, third person. Whoops, she. And not yourself or the reader. So don't say you in there anywhere. Don't say I, we, any of that in there. No contractions. If you have them in there, just look for them. Shouldn't, can't. Look for those contractions and put the 2 words that the contraction stands for. No slang or colloquialisms or cliches. And you want to make sure you have correct spelling, mechanics, and grammar. That is a great check sheet for you to use, and I'd like for you to use that before you turn in your essay Sunday night, October the 2nd, or at least before midnight on Sunday night, October 2nd. Go ahead and do it sooner if you want to. And of course, this is the link where you submit that on the Turnitin. So that is what we're doing this week. Next week, we're going to take a look at interpreting infographics and how to use data from infographics for your writing. Then we'll have the midterm assessment the following week, and then we're going to start researching for our research paper, our It's really Core Project 3. I'm going to do Core 3 before I do Core 2, because you'll find that annotated bibliography is much easier to do after you've gotten Project 3 out of the way. So I'm kind of doing it out of order, but it's for your benefit that I'm doing it that way. So if you have any questions at all while you're working, let me know. If you do not have any questions, then good luck with your essay. I think I've given you all the help I can give you. Smart Thinking has given you help. And hopefully you have spent time enough revising so that you have your very best product. And so I am going to end the recording for this week, and I'll see you next time.